Self-casting is just that, casting an ability on yourself. While you can do this by hovering yourself with your mouse cursor, you can also hold down the self-cast modifier, which is the Alt button by default. The obvious advantages of this are that you take away the risk of misclicking, and you don't have to move your cursor around as much, so you take away your risks of making other mechanical mistakes, but this also has applications on non-targeted abilities as well. On abilities like Asmodan's Blackpool, and basically every other ability that's a circle you place on the ground, you can self-cast to make the ability centered on your character instead of on your mouse cursor. This means that on abilities like Globe of Annihilation, which has a range larger than our screen size, we don't have to recenter the camera on ourselves to place a Blackpool before throwing a globe. Some abilities like Alarak's Telekinesis have a more unique implementation of self-casting, where self-casting Telekinesis will immediately push Alarak in the direction that he's facing. This turns Telekinesis into a valuable mobility tool for Alarak, which would otherwise be very difficult to use. It's also important to understand that not all abilities have an implementation of self-cast, and if you attempt to self-cast something that isn't self-castable, it will just cause the ability to not go off. Some abilities, like Medivh's Portal, have a very strange implementation of self-casting, where it will immediately cast the portal at minimum range in the direction Medivh's facing. While self-casting may seem trivial, it's going to improve your reaction time and reduce the mistakes you make, which is only going to improve your game. If, however, you are uncomfortable with the Alt key and don't feel like you can get used to it, or are uncomfortable with some of the implementations of self-casting, you can rebind or unbind them in the settings menu. If you have any questions or other things you'd like me to cover, feel free to reach me on my Twitter, my stream, or in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching.